Yo, what's up guys? It is Nigel here, and today I'm back with another fun and game news for a month, and this time we are talking about April. Now, a good chunk of news actually came out in April because of Evo Japan, and there's also a few trailers by themselves or whatever, so this video might be a little bit on the longer side, but I'll try to make it short as possible, but still give you good news and information. But with that being said, there's going to be timestamps if you want to skip to a certain section. If I miss anything, let me know down below, and let's begin with the video. Alright, so the first thing we're going to talk about is Street Fighter 6 because of the Akuma trailer, which is just a given, come on now. I feel as if the trailer was pretty good. I'm not a huge Akuma fan, so my excitement level was not crazy like everybody else's, but I'm like, oh, this is pretty sick. He's doing all that cool stuff. First thing I'll say about it is I think I do prefer, for me, I think I like the Ed trailer out of all the Season 1 characters more. Well, technically he's Season 2, technically because it's coming out in Season 2 stuff, which I'll talk about that later though. But I liked Ed's more because Ed got a complete rework practically compared to everybody else. Everybody's like, oh my goodness, he's different, he's so cool now. So I think overall he had a better package deal trailer than everybody in Season 1 so far. And I think Akuma's is really, really good too because of the combos that he can do. It doesn't seem like too much has changed. He's still the Akuma we know, except he has a command grab now with the dash. I forget what the thing is called. I can't remember on the top of my head. Like the Akuma dash thing. He has a command grab, which I think is pretty cool. So it's not entirely useless, because I felt as if it was kind of okay, really, nothing really too good about it. And I'm wondering if he can get combos with it now, so that's the interesting thing about it. And then the air fireballs, how he can combo with them, so that's also got me really curious. And his level 2 seems pretty cool because he can get a combo after it. It's kind of like Ryu's level 2 but fully charged, so it's automatically fully charged, I guess. I don't know how it works, but you get the rollback effect to hit the wall and you get a combo or something like that. For him, he does to show you for an example, but you could probably do a lot more. So I'm really curious how that works, because it extends his combos. So we haven't had that in this game thus far like that. Technically, in a sense, immediate, Ryu has just to charge it up. So I'm really curious how that's going to affect his gameplay and stuff, and if he needs to be in the corner to get such a thing. So yeah. And his level 3, I actually think it's really cool. I feel as if people probably didn't like it. I thought it was cool because he just punched you. I'm like, that's all you need to do. And that was just the first part of it. So I'm wondering what the final finale is, or what he's going to do to you. Maybe he's gonna do something with the the punch and do it's you see the mess out a symbol behind him or something. I don't know. I just think of Street Fighter 4 when I imagine what he's gonna do to you, the Street Fighter 4 cake thing, and he kicks you across the wall, it breaks, and it shows a symbol. But that's what I imagine. He looks cool. Season 2 does come with him, and technically, in a sense, that makes him a Season 2 character if you think about it. So it's false advertising. Technically, if you really think about it. I am excited for Season 2. I do have to make all those Street Fighter how to beat videos really quickly though, so you expect to see a lot of those actually real soon. I'm probably going to make 2 this week if I can, or still 1. I don't know. But either way, they're coming out, so just be ready, because I got to finish that fast, because I got 3 weeks, so be ready for that. There's also another thing for Akuma where it's a season pass. Well, it's not a season pass. It's during when the season pass comes out, which is when the update comes out. There's going to be a thing called Giant Attack, which is kind of a reference to Second Impact, Street Fighter 3 Second Impact, which Giant Attack, I think it was called in Japan. And it's going to be a giant Akuma, so I'm not sure if it's a raid boss thing you have to fight in the lobby. No one really knows what it is, but that's also happening. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. But when Akuma comes out, Season 2 officially comes out, and which is May 22nd, so we got 3 weeks. I'm really curious what the changes are. Some people got to play Akuma early in Japan or something like that, and people are like, oh yeah, these changes, this, that, and this. I don't want to say anything about them because I don't know which is true and which is not true, so I'm not going to say anything until it comes out. But either way, really excited to see who gets buffed. I'm hoping Lily gets buffed and Jamie a bit more, maybe some new moves or something. I don't know. Just that's what I want the most, new moves. But we'll have to wait and see. But either way, that is all the Street Fighter 6 news that I know about. And that's it. Moving on to the next subject. The next subject is going to be MK1, and we're talking about the Ermac trailer. Now, Ermac came out on the 16th for early access if you have the season pass, and the 23rd if you didn't. And Mavdo won't come out until sometime in May. They didn't really say a date, so yeah. Either way, the Ermac trailer was pretty cool. I actually like the color for him. Actually, the green turquoise soul power stuff. I actually find that a bit more intriguing to the eyes, so that's pretty cool. His design is a bit better, or a lot better I should say, because I gave him a mask, so I definitely appreciate that. Mavdo looks like he's going to be probably the best cameo assist in the game, because he can do so much stuff. He even has a perfect block backup thing, an MK1, not 1 but 11. It's kind of insane. He has a predator trap thing, which can extend combos. Granted, I think it takes 2 bars. He just does a whole bunch of stuff. And Ermac has some really good combos, but I think his weakness is that he doesn't have any good lows. So from my knowledge of him, because I did re-download the game and actually played it, and he seemed kind of fun, but I deleted it because I didn't have enough space for stuff, so but regarding that, they also added some character changes too for Reptile. Reptile has like a new move where if you hold the projectile button, like the spit, he gets a full-on projectile full screen, so that's cool, and it's a high, but you can duck it, but it's still there. That's cool. And actually buffed a few of his normals and made his air claw like cancelable, so that's really cool, and he can go invisible after that, so it's pretty sick. Rain got a few moves too, and he's looking really gnarly as well. He got I think a new low too, and like a new forward. He just has a whole bunch of stuff, and Scorpion did a little bit too, but it's not that good. But overall, I think the patch is really, really good, so I'm very excited to see what else they're gonna do for the other patches, because it was quite good. Like this one is great, so I expect to see more and more from them in this. But Ermac definitely looks cool. I'm not gonna main him or anything like that, but definitely did like him, and Mavdo too, so I'm really curious to how he's gonna play as well. But that is pretty much the news for MK1. Next is going to be Tekken 8 with the Season 1 trailer, which actually looks pretty good. It's promising trailer, I would say, for the game. And it's just showing what's going to be some stuff for future content, like for spring, get the balance patch, the battle balance patch or whatever. And I believe for summer, you get the new stage and photo mode, and autumn gets a new story mode, and there's going to be more like online practice, like finally, and Ghost versus Ghost, so that's going to be really interesting. Not sure when that's coming out, but yeah. And also, during summer, there's going to be a new character, which is Lydia. I honestly didn't think she was going to make it in this game, but I guess a lot of people liked her. I didn't know that, but I guess a lot of people do, so she is coming back in summer. Am I excited? Not really. Like, it's just like, oh, she's back, that's cool. Like, good for the Lydia players out there. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got to really say. I will say the patch notes do look promising. Like, Dragunov, I think, got touched, if I remember correctly, and Assassino, so that's pretty good. So, I'm definitely looking forward to what else they're going to do. And Leroy seems like he's going to be a playable character now. That's kind of funny, because I did not see any Leroys, and when I did, I was just destroying them. So, that's good news for Leroy players. Like, he's back. Congratulations. So, yeah. So, some definitely good news for Tekken 8. So, looking forward to see what else they're going to do. And yeah, moving on to the next game. Next, we're going to talk about Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, and I am definitely looking forward to this game even more with the Marco Rodriguez trailer. Now, I'm not even a Marco fan. Like, I don't really care about him, so I'm not going to use him, honestly. But he does look pretty sick. I'm not gonna, this trailer made him look sick. The stage looks cool, too. And you have, like, the bear and the gi, which is, kind of interesting, because, Kuma. But yeah, just overall, this trailer was pretty cool. I like it. I like his super moves and stuff like that. Granted, like I said, I'm not gonna use him because I've never been like a character that uses like Rio, Rio. So just not my type of thing. I thought I said Rio first. That's why I stuttered. But yeah, just overall a cool, awesome trailer. I'm definitely looking forward to the game. And the fence in the game, that's what's the biggest thing that I noticed looked cool. His ultimate or whatever they're gonna call it looks sick too. Kind of reminds me of Akuma's Go Shoyu Slam Punch thing. So, yeah. Overall, that's the positive things to say about the trailer. It looks really good. Visuals are good. KOF, or not KOF, SNK kind of found their art style. So, I'm curious for even the future, like past this game, what they're going to do for like Sam Show or King of Fighters. Definitely looking forward to this game's release, though. And the song, bro. Like, you don't get it. You don't understand how good this song sounds, bro. Like, I'm waiting for that to come out. I'm waiting for it. It's gonna be added to my list for sure. But that is pretty much it for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. Moving on to the next game. Now, the next game we're gonna talk about is Guilty Gear Strive with the Slayer trailer. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really glad that they added him. I'm not like a huge Slayer fan, but he needed to be added in my opinion. Like, he's one of the main people just in Guilty Gear, in my opinion. Like, they're just like super cool that need to be in almost every game, even though he's not in every game, but still, really sick character. I actually like him a lot more than Naruto personally as vampires, even though I'm pretty sure Naruto's stronger. I don't really care about all that. He's just cooler, in my opinion. He boxes you out, he's dandy and stuff like that. He's a true gentleman. So, I'm really glad that they added him. I'm really curious how his other super is gonna work, because he turns young, and that's blowing my mind a little bit. So I'm wondering if that's just gonna be for the super cinematic or an install of some sort. So I'm really curious how this is gonna work. He seems like he's the same old Slayer but stronger, so he's probably gonna hit super hard, like really, really hard. I wonder if he's gonna have like a gauge or not, but we'll have to find out more when like a breakdown comes out for him. But he does come out May 30th, and he also does come with a stage, I believe, that also comes out May 30th. So definitely looking forward to that as well. And he is the last character of season 4. I'm gonna be honest with you, I think I'm just gonna buy him and get the stage because I don't want to get Abba really, or Johnny and the other Valentine. I just don't care about them really at all. So I'm probably just gonna get Slayer and just call it a day and the stage. But yeah, that is pretty much the news for Guilty Gear Strive. But the new season, there's gonna be season 4, so they did announce that. So really curious what's gonna add for season 4 and what else they're gonna add, like the battle changes and the 3v3 mode when that's coming out too. So they didn't really mention that too much, but they're like, hey, it's happening. So looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with that eventually. But yeah, that's pretty much all the news for Guilty Gear Strive. Moving on to the next subject. Next game we're going to talk about is 2XKO with a Laui trailer. I think that's how you say her name. I'm not, like I said before, I mentioned 2KO doesn't really interest me too much, but it looks a lot better than it did last time. I'll say that much. And for everybody saying the gameplay seems to be improved, so that's good news for the game. I think out of the characters they showed now thus far, she's the one that interests me. But I'm not sure if I will still hop on the game. Granted, it is free, so I should try it. So I'll give it a shot. But I need to find a character that I would main, and none of them so far, except for her, seems like a cool character to me. I do like the visuals in this game a lot more. It seems like they've improved heavily over time, so it's the good news with that. And it's still like a 2v2 mode. They broke down the character a bit more in like a 6-minute video with the trailer, so there's that all together. She looks cool, like her design. Like how she's like kind of like a bruiser character. She's not really a puppet character per se, even though she has the tentacles. It's just that they're there, and you can extend combos with them if they're there. But she can still hold her own without the tentacles. Like, she's still a heavy hitter, it seems like. So, does look pretty cool. Am I super amped for it? Not really. It's kind of in the back burner for me, but I do understand this game's gonna break things. Like, it's gonna go crazy when it comes out. Like, it's gonna change a lot of stuff for the FGC, but for me personally, it just hasn't picked up for me on my radar. I'm just gonna let it grow slowly, then I'll be interested in more later. But I'm not on the hype train for it quite yet, but it does look interesting. Like, I'll even say this, her ultimate looks very interesting. So curious what else other characters are gonna be added. But I'm not a League player, so I wouldn't really know the characters for this thing, or I haven't even watched Arcane. So yeah, but either way, that's pretty much it for 2XKO. Man, the name is weird. But moving on to the next game. Actually, next games, because we're going to make this 2 subjects to finish out the video, which is going to be Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 and Sparking Zero. We're going to do Nickelodeon first, though, with the Zuko trailer. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, the Zuko trailer does look pretty nice. He does seem to have, not really necessarily a stance per se, but it's like he can switch his moves with the swords, which is, I think, actually really cool. So he's not just a fire-based character, because we already have that technically with Azula, so I'm glad they did that. So with Zuko, he can actually pull out the swords, and if he does that, he can actually, I think his moves are a bit faster, but if he has fire, they're a bit slower and stronger, so that's the diverse with those two. And you can actually even throw the swords at people, like with an inventory, like as an inventory thing, so that's pretty cool. Now, granted, if they do fall off the map, I think it takes about a few seconds for them to come back to your inventory, but that's still a cool thing to do because you can extend your combos with that, so I like that very much so. He also does have a Captain Falcon punch for his neutral special. Now, it doesn't seem like you can turn it around, like you can do like a reverse Captain Falcon punch, like Captain Falcon can, but I'm hoping that might be the case. They didn't show it in the showcase, but it would be really cool if he did. So I am looking forward to him. If I do get back on the game, I would definitely buy him because I don't think it's too expensive. The DLC is normally for Nickelodeon All-Star, so might pick him up, but he does seem kind of fun. He has multiple skins too, which I definitely admire. I think he has like 4 or 5 skins, so that's really cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Zuko. Next up, Sparking Zero with the Master and Apprentice trailer. And the trailer was pretty cool. It just showed, Master and Apprentices. So you got Gohan, Piccolo, Adult Gohan, and Videl. And we got Whis, Beerus, and I think Roshi and Krillin and Yamcha. I almost messed up there. And then you had 17 and 18 going up against Future Gohan and Future Trunks. So really overall a good trailer because it showed Future Gohan and Trunks, so that's what I'm really excited for. And he actually has one arm, which is kind of crazy because he never normally has just one arm, so I like that addition because in most games, Arena or just whatever anime game that he's in, he has always 2 because they never knew how to animate it properly, so I'm assuming they figured it out, so I'm generally curious how that's going to work. Also, Adult Gohan, when he was fighting Videl, they actually have the rush mechanic back, or the dodge mechanic back, where you're like, whoo, counter hit. Glad that's added back, so that's good news too. Overall, this trailer is just really, really good. I'm really curious when the next trailer is going to be. It's probably going to be sometime in Summer Game Fest, most likely. maybe hopefully a release date, but I don't know for sure. But the trailer was definitely a hitter for sure. That's the best thing I can say about it. It was definitely a hitter. Actually, there is one game I almost forgot to talk about, which is the Hunter x Hunter Nin Impact game, which actually did finally show gameplay for it. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, the visuals don't look too good. Looks like a PSP game, maybe a PlayStation 3 game. Looks kind of but the gameplay looks pretty good. It reminds me of Tazunoko vs. Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, just a 3v3 game just in general, because even the fall animation when they're falling out of combo, it literally looks exactly like that. So yeah, gameplay does look like it could be potentially fun, but the visuals I think is what's getting me and most people. It's like the visuals like but the potential of it being fun is there. Like, it is there. Personally, I just haven't seen a character that I would like to play. Like, because I did watch Hunter x Hunter, I will be more interested to see Crollo if he's in the game, and Miriam, I believe correctly, if I say his name correctly, the Ant King. But if I remember correctly, they did show the roster, and it's 16 characters, which is not a lot, but it is a low budget game, so it's okay. It just is what it is. Maybe they'll add DLC for it, so lower end price, it won't be too expensive, probably like a $30, $20 game, so not too terrible, not too bad, but I think I'll maybe pick it up. Maybe not. I don't know. It just really depends if they have the character that I want to play, honestly. But from what Justin Wong and a few pro players, because pro players were the first person, I believe, to play it, they think the game is really fun to play. So we'll just have to wait and see, honestly, on that. So yeah. But that is pretty much all the news for this month that I can think of for April. I definitely did like the Evo Japan stuff and the other news that also happened in April as well with MK and stuff like that. So definitely a good month for fighting games. Hoping to see some good news for May. Probably not too much, because probably it's going to be all the information is going to be Evo most likely for America. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But yeah, either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and have a great day, night, noon, or whatever time period you guys are at, man. And I will see you guys in the next video.